Don't do what you dislike. How stupid is it to do things that you know is gonna bring you a feeling of guilt and make you feel ashamed of yourself? If we do the things that we know are wrong and that we just know is not gonna be good for us, we're just gonna feel bored knowing that we're doing something that's just not helpful for us, and we're just gonna feel ashamed. And there's just not enough time to do those actions because life here is short. So why live a life that you don't want to live, doing things that you dislike, when we can start doing the things that we actually believe is right for us, and we're gonna bring so much more joy into our lives. I'm sure that everyone has had this feeling of doing something that we disliked and that we knew we're just gonna cause us this feeling of guilt and feeling ashamed, but we just did it anyways because we were afraid of doing the right thing. We were afraid of tackling conflicts and we did the easy thing instead. That's what most people do. We do the easier things in life. We don't confront the things that we actually want to do. Instead, we take the easy path and just avoid conflicts and do all of the easy things. And that just led to us feeling bored and just feeling guilty that we did this wrong thing. So we can't continue on that path doing things that we know is wrong and that we dislike to do. We need to start doing what we actually want to do with our lives. And this is not the same thing as doing what you feel like doing, like skipping the gym. Because you actually want to work hard, you want to live an adventurous life doing hard things. Doing the things that you actually want to do and challenging yourself. So it's not about just skipping the gym because you feel like it, or doing this thing that is wrong because you're afraid and you feel afraid and you feel like avoiding conflict. It's actually about doing the right thing that you wanted to do, no matter how you feel. So it's not about just trusting what your feelings and going with your feelings, doing what you just feel like doing. It's about doing the thing that you knew was right from the very beginning. That's the ultimate discipline, doing what you actually want to do, no matter how you feel. So we don't avoid conflicts just because it feels scary. We do the things that we want to do. This is what it's about. It's doing the things that you dislike. That's just the bitch way. It's just doing things that you know is wrong for you, but just doing them anyways because you're scared. We have to stop that behavior right now. So the things that we need to start doing is confronting our fears. We need to start doing what we're actually afraid of doing, because that's what we have been wanting to do for such a long time. That's why we're still thinking about these fears, because there is like a wall that keeping us inside of this bubble that we can't go any further. They're keeping us inside of our comfort zone so that we can never grow and live this adventurous life, because that's what we want. We think that we want to avoid conflicts and live this easy life, but that has only brought you feelings of guilt and boredom. That's not what we want. We want an exciting life, doing things that's making you excited, not pushing yourself to the extremes, but doing the things that you actually want to do. Because if you just push to the extremes, you're just gonna burn out doing things that you're not capable of doing yet. It's about just doing things slightly beyond what we can actually is in our like current comfort zone. We actually start doing the things that we want to do, but that we have avoided for such a long time. That's why we want to do them, because we have avoided them for such a long time. We want to do them, but we just never have the courage to do them. So we need to develop the courage to do the things that we want to do and to start stopping doing the things that we dislike. So this path of doing what you believe is right and living the life in accordance with what you actually want to do simply starts with doing the actions that you want to do, or at least not doing what you dislike. Because if we do what we dislike, you know that it's just gonna bring you a feeling of guilt and boredom, because we're just spending our time doing things that we know is just wrong for us, and it's just easy and it's not fun in any way. So stop doing that as a first step at least, but then start actually doing what you want to do. Stop letting fear control you and develop courage to do the things that we want to do. And this is not easy. I'm not perfect with this at all, but I want to talk about this, because the more I talk about it, the more I'm gonna live this way, because I'm gonna be held accountable by myself, living in this more courageous life, that I do the things that I actually want to do and believe is right for me. Because if you live a life that you believe is right for you, you're gonna feel so much more confident, and you're gonna be able to die happily, because you know that you're doing the things that you wanted to do with your life. Because we can't spend our time doing the things that we know is just gonna cause us this bored, just dull life that we didn't even want to live. It was just someone else's dream or whatever. If you can just start doing these things that you want to do, you're just gonna live a happy life, and you're not gonna live with regrets. And I think that's very powerful, because you're not gonna feel lost, not knowing what to do. You're simply doing and living the life that you want to. And I want to spread this message, because I think it's important that we live a life that we believe is right, not letting others tell us what to do all of the time, and just doing what we know is good for us, because that's just gonna make everyone feel so much better, that we can just trust ourselves and live the life that we want to live. So thanks for listening to this video, and you can like, it will be very helpful. You can watch this video, and I'll see you in the next one.